In this article, we'll discuss about 5 tips to embrace cross-cultural differences on project teams. With internet availability around the globe, it's becoming common to have remote teams from different countries using technology for collaboration despite the distance. However, despite the rise in remote teams, there are issues with dealing with workforce cultures. To some extent, these differences seem smaller when compared to overreaching project objectives and clear deadlines. Culture has its basis on unseen assumptions and values, which are shared events and experiences. This underscores awareness and limits miscommunication and misunderstanding. Learn about one another. One of the icebreakers is to know about the holidays, why colleagues in Russia get off after Christmas, and what festivals Indian colleagues observe. Assign a section of the onboarding process to read about cultures in the organization. Another way is to invite or visit them. This enables us to interaction with colleagues daily away from our computer screens and gives us a chance for better knowledge. Allow for different learning styles. Allow different learning styles in team collaboration. If you try to absorb new material, have PDFs for reading, audiobooks for listening, and video tutorials for watching. Make the recap a part of the meeting. English is not the main language in North America and Europe. In most of Europe, it's the third or second language. Instead of asking about the next steps from your team, ask them to recap assignments before the end of a meeting or a call. Involve the quiet. Some cultures are aggressive, more vocal, and more expressive in meetings. That way, they might dominate discussions. On the other hand, some cultures are quiet and passive. Use collaboration tools that can capture feedback and comments that balance and give opportunities to be heard. Incorporate humor. Humor can break the ice, but you have to be aware that it will take time. One of the tips is to assign a virtual channel to your application. Out of all the mentioned tips, respect is what works best. If you respect cultures and question to understand, you'll have successful interactions. 5. Tips to embrace cross-cultural differences on project teams, FAQs. How do cultural differences affect projects? Cultural differences' influence is extensive in the main areas. It affects how people convey their message and how they negotiate and trust. Knowing them and the way they differ across different cultures provides you with a big advantage as a project manager. What is the main influence of culture on projects? Culture is a key point of difference between organizations. It affects projects executed by organizations. Ideally, projects must be aligned with strategic objectives. A strong culture reflects the foundational norms and values shaping a company. What are the implications of cross-cultural management? The findings show that cross-cultural management enhances team communication and cohesion. Employees that underwent training showed higher collaboration and minimum misunderstandings. How do cultural differences affect teamwork? Different cultures affect team dynamics in different areas, including communication methods, attitudes, decision-making, work-life balance, motivation, time management, conflict resolution, and social engagement. How to deal with cultural differences in project management. To address cultural differences, project managers should create an environment of open communication and address misunderstandings sensitively and promptly. What is a potential challenge when managing a culturally diverse team? Coworkers from different cultures may less likely like their voices being heard. Integration across different cultures can be difficult in the face of negative or prejudiced stereotypes. Communication can be difficult or misinterpreted across cultures and languages.